Let me be honest with you. What I'm about to say will not sound dramatic at first, but it explains something very serious happening right now in America. A middle-class family earning what used to be considered a comfortable income is now struggling to save even a few $100s a month. They are working full-time jobs, sometimes two incomes in the household, yet they feel like they are constantly one emergency away from financial stress. And here's the shocking part. This is not because they are irresponsible with money. It's because the rules of money have quietly changed over the last decade. And if you don't understand what's happening, you will keep working harder while still feeling poorer. So let's break this down clearly. If you are in your 30s, 40s, or 50s, you've probably noticed something strange. Your salary may have increased over the years, but your savings haven't really grown the way you expected. You earn more, but you also spend more. And somehow, at the end of every month, there is less breathing room than before. Most people think this is just inflation, but that's only part of the story. Let's go deeper. First, let's talk about lifestyle inflation. Here's a common scenario. A person gets a promotion, their salary goes up. They feel like they've earned a reward, so they upgrade their car, maybe move into a slightly better house, start eating out more often, subscribe to more services because now they can afford it. At first, it feels harmless, even deserved. But this is the mistake. Every income increase gets matched with a spending increase. So instead of building wealth, they upgrade their lifestyle at the same speed as their income. The result? No real financial progress. The solution is simple, but not easy. When your income increases, you must delay lifestyle upgrades. Even a 6 to 12-month delay can completely change your financial trajectory. That delay becomes savings. That savings becomes investments. That's how wealth actually starts. Now let's talk about the second issue, hidden fixed expenses. Here's what I mean. A typical family in the US today has subscriptions they don't fully use, insurance plans they never review, phone plans that are overpriced, and car payments that last longer than the car itself. These are silent drains. For example, imagine someone paying for 5 streaming services, a gym membership they rarely use, and an upgraded phone plan just in case. Individually, each feels small, but together, they can easily cost hundreds of dollars every month. The mistake is not noticing them because they are automated. Out of sight, out of mind. The fix is to do something most people avoid. A monthly financial cleanup. Cancel what you don't use. Downgrade what you don't need. Renegotiate what you can. This alone can free up real money without increasing income. Now, the third problem is something more dangerous. Debt normalization. Let me explain. Many middle-class households now carry car loans, credit card balances, student loans, and sometimes personal loans all at once. And because everyone has debt, it starts to feel normal. For example, someone might think it's okay to carry a credit card balance month after month while still going on vacations or buying new gadgets. They tell themselves, "I'll pay it off later." But here's the truth. Debt is not just money you owe. It is future income already spent. The mistake is treating debt like a lifestyle tool instead of a financial emergency. The solution is aggressive simplification. Focus on clearing high-interest debt first, not evenly, not slowly, but strategically, because every dollar going to interest is a dollar that cannot build your future. Now, the fourth issue is the biggest one of all, wage illusion. This is where things get uncomfortable. You might feel like you are earning more than ever before, and technically you are. But what most people don't calculate is purchasing power. Housing, healthcare, education, and insurance have increased much faster than wages in many areas. So even though your paycheck looks bigger, it buys less than it did 10 or 15 years ago. For example, a family that once comfortably bought a home now finds themselves stretching their budget just to qualify for a mortgage. Or they delay major life decisions because everything feels more expensive than expected. The mistake here is assuming income growth equals financial growth. The reality is, income alone does not create wealth anymore. Discipline does. Now, here is the harsh truth most people don't want to hear. The middle class is not disappearing overnight. It is slowly being squeezed from both sides. Costs are rising faster than income growth, and convenience spending is quietly eating away at savings. And if you stay passive, you will feel it year after year. Not in one big shock, but in small financial pressures that become your normal life. So, what can you actually do starting today? First, track every dollar you spend for the next 30 days. Not mentally. Write it down or use an app. Second, identify at least 3 recurring expenses you can reduce or eliminate immediately. Third, create a rule. Any future income increase must go 50% towards savings or investing before lifestyle upgrades. And fourth, start treating debt like a priority, not a background task. If you do just these 4 things consistently, your financial situation will begin to shift within months, not years. Because the truth is, getting richer today is not only about making more money, it's about stopping the quiet leaks that are making you poorer without you noticing. Now, if you watched this far, you probably already realize something important. This isn't just about budgeting, and it's not just about cutting coffee or canceling a subscription here and there. This is about control. Because the real reason the middle class feels like it's getting poorer is not one single expense. It's the combination of small financial decisions that slowly remove your flexibility over time. And once flexibility is gone, stress takes its place. Let me put it simply. Financial comfort is not defined by how much you earn. It is defined by how long you can survive without your next paycheck. Most people never think about that. They measure success by income, job title, or lifestyle. But the real question is, if your income stopped today, how long would your life stay stable? For many households, the answer is uncomfortable. Maybe 1 month, maybe 2. And that is exactly why financial pressure feels constant, even when life looks successful from the outside. So what does this mean for you right now? It means the goal is not just to earn more. The goal is to build space between your income and your survival. That space is your freedom. Now let's talk about the final shift that actually changes everything. You need to stop thinking like a consumer first and start thinking like a builder. Most people earn money and immediately assign it a job, bills, lifestyle, upgrades, purchases, subscriptions. Every dollar is spoken for before the month even ends. But wealthy habits start when you reverse that process. Before you spend anything, you assign money to your future first. Savings, investments, debt reduction. Even small amounts matter, but the order matters more than the size. Because if you always spend first and save what's left, there will rarely be anything left. Now, here is something most people only realize too late. The middle-class trap is not a lack of income. It is a lack of margin. No margin for error, no margin for emergencies, no margin for opportunities. And when life becomes expensive or unpredictable, that lack of margin turns into stress very quickly. So the real solution is not extreme sacrifice. It is structure. A simple structure where you control your spending before it controls you. You automate your savings before temptation interferes, and you treat debt as something to eliminate, not manage forever. And if you stay consistent with that structure, something powerful happens slowly over time. You stop feeling financially stuck. Now, let me leave you with a reality that most people only accept after years of struggle. Nobody is coming to fix your financial situation. Not the economy, not the job market, not inflation changes. Those things will always move up and down. The only thing you can fully control is your system. And the people who quietly build strong systems, they are the ones who eventually stop feeling like they are just surviving month to month. So if you're in your 30s, 40s, or 50s, this is your moment to reset the direction, not with emotion, but with small, consistent financial discipline. Because the truth is simple. The middle class is not getting poorer overnight. It is slowly losing control of its money habits. And the moment you take that control back, even in small ways, your financial future starts to change direction. If this video made you reflect on your own situation, I want you to do one simple thing. Think about one financial habit you can change starting today. Just one. And if you want, Share it in the comments. Because sometimes, the first step to fixing your money is simply admitting what needs to change. And I'll see you in the next one.